I'm Dr. Kathleen Walls.
And I'm Kendall John of the ABFA.
And you are watching Dr. Walls and Friends on UCCN.
Where is my passion, purpose? Where can I find it? Where is my passion, purpose? Where can I find it? Where is my passion, purpose? Where can I find it? Dr. Walls and Friends, where I find it? Dr. Walls and Friends. Dr. Walls and Friends, where I find it? Dr. Walls and Friends. I find passion, purpose, inspiration too. At Dr. Walls and Friends, where I find it. Dr. Walls and Friends. Dr. Walls and Friends, where I find it.
Give his heart, someone who cares like me. Let someone give his heart, someone who cares like me.
Welcome back to Dr. Walls and Friends. And as promised, I told you there'd be a male sitting here, so y'all just didn't know how handsome he was. But you know I only got a good looking crew going on here. So here we are with Mr. ATIF LANIER. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good.
It's so wonderful to have you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, we have some passage. We weren't there at the same time, but we rocked the cherry in the white.
Temple University, the best university in the world.
That's right. We fight.
Fight for the cherry in the white.
That's right.
That's right.
All day and all night.
North Broad Street, baby.
That's right.
North Broad Street, baby.
All right, ATIF. So now, and then we also have another shared history with a love of animals.
Yes, ma'am.
So we need to introduce
this can take my path real quick.
Yes, go ahead.
The other two guests talk about their passion for arts when they're younger. I had no passion for arts when I was younger. In fact, I used to make fun of artists when I was younger. Two of my friends I grew up with, actually later on in life now, they grew up, one of them is on Broadway now as we speak, and the other one is really big in Hollywood, both females. And they can tell you when we were kids, I terrorized both of them. Wow. And they just sit there talking about, they were like, oh, I got a role coming up. I play this person. I'm like, stop saying you play somebody. It's yourself on stage reciting lines. Give me a break. They go, oh, you're so pig-headed. And that's so funny. I knew one was a little kid, the other was a teenager. In high school, me and a friend, we go back for like Cats and Dogs because she was in a school play, but like, we're doing Guys and Dolls. Like, oh, who cares about that? So it's kind of like, I totally made
fun. You were really the anti-artist.
Because to me, artists were people. When I go to the drama room, they were sitting there in their black tights on like this, kind of like this. What is all these people? Like, it's so weird. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, and they're going to ask me this, how I got in this is really weird, and I guess it is divine intervention, it's a blessing. I got into church. Now the funny part about me was at the time I was playing football, not professional football. I was playing what's called semi-pro, which is basically like adult youth league football. Yeah. Anyway, the point is, one day
I have supported that youth league.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So the point is, one day I remember I didn't go to practice. It's called divine intervention. I went to church on a Thursday night. We had practice, and I remember sitting there, and the lady came to me. She was like, I never seen you before. I said, well, I go here, but I'm just here because I'm in college and everything. I just want to be visit. And I was like, and she was like, well, I got this play going on. I said, oh, plays? I said, plays are for guys with broke wrists, so I don't really get down with plays. You know what I'm saying? And I said, what I will do is, I said, I'll be in the play real quick. I get up on stage, pop on real quick, like, yo, how you doing? Step off, right? She was like, really? That's funny. She said, well, tell you what, I came to audition, read it, went about a month late, played some more football games, and she called me. She's like, ATIF. I said, yes, who's this? I forgot the lady's name. And she said, you got a part in place. Oh, that's right. I'm a part step out. She was like, nah. She said, what's your personality? I want to make you the protagonist. And I was like, well, remember English class, protagonist is somebody who's like, that's the leading story. She was like, yeah. And I was like, well, how much time will this take? And she was like, we have rehearsal 3 days a week. I said, well, and those days have to be Tuesday and Thursday. She was like, yes. I said, well, sorry. Tuesday and Thursday I play football. I can't make it. Games on Saturdays. Can't do it. She said, oh, congratulations. I said, about what? She said, you go to the pros, right? I said, no. She was like, see you next week. And she hung the phone up. And I was sitting I was in my apartment looking around like this. I was like, she got to be crazy. I was like, hey, whatever. And I remember I went to practice the next day. I was sitting there getting taped up. And the guy said to me, he was like, what's wrong with you? I said, let me ask you a question. I said, how long you been playing football around? He was like, man, I'm doing it for about 10 years now. I said, how old are you? He's, I'm 35. And I said, what is the end result of all this? He's, I just love the game. That's all here. And I was like, interesting. You know what I'm saying? The last game, I might have even showed up. That was the game. Just like, he said, no, what's wrong with you? Are you there? What's wrong with you? Sit Like a couple times sat down and got back in. And they was like, yo, man, what's wrong with you tonight? And I was like, dude. I said to my friend, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. He was like, well, you got 20 more minutes. And I said, you know what? Go 20 minutes with the 12th month. I'll play football like I'll never play football again. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. And I quit in the middle of the season. And I came there and I sit there. I said, listen to me. I said, I just quit. I'm not a quitter. I said, but I'm going to try this. And I did acting. I learned to respect it. But the thing about me was, I said, I don't like just acting. I come from a very socially conscious family. That's why I got a name. My name's not, no offense, like Bob or Jim. Like that soul brother like ATIF, because they ain't get no slave name. You got a name like the master ain't good. You got a real, this is a soul brother name. So my thing is, I've always been like
what does ATIF mean?
It actually means compassionate. So it's not too, but that's what it means. So my thing was for me is that I was like, I like to write, but I didn't know how to write yet. Like plays, so I started being in plays, getting these parts, but I was always thinking I got to write. So I developed a company. We said everything was entertainment that awakens the mind. So I was going to write all this stuff and avenge the ancestors. Like, yeah, you know what? We're going to get this stuff down. We're going to go socially conscious material. But what happened was, my point is, it started to grow. And at some point in time, I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. And every time I said that, I was like, walking the door, something goes like this. We're not done with you yet. You know what I'm saying? So, no, true. It's very true.
I believe you.
And it got to the point where it's that I've had success as far as, from the writing standpoint, I had plays we've had at the colleges up in throughout the U.S. On the writing standpoint, the films I've wrote and produced, they played in U.S., Canada, the Caribbean, Africa, England. Acting, I've had parts on SVU. I've been on All My Children. I was in the 50 Cent movie. I had a part in that, had a couple lines. Hey, they put music over it. I was in Best Man Holiday, football. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing. God, really credit God, football actually came back. Whereas that for 10 years, I did football commercials for everybody. I'm talking Nike, Adidas. I mean, that's a joke, running joke on my Facebook. People say to me, it's like, dude, what football team have any commercials for? But it came back. Right. It's like, why I feel like, I want to play so bad. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, it came back. And my last one, I think I'm done because my own body can take it, was like July. But I mean, for 10 years, I mean, I've done like Nike, for everything you can imagine. I've done posters, NFL draft, and I got 3 statues in the Hall of Fame. I never played down NFL football, but I got 1 in Central Hall of Fame, 2 in the Hall of Fame in Ohio. But it's kind of like, what I'm trying to say is that these are things I didn't plan on doing. If I could talk to myself as a teenage boy, I'm a teenage boy like this. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, and my parents, for example, my parents are hard work and they get down. Like, my dad, he's 40-hour-a-week guy. My mom's entrepreneur. But when I first came in the house, I was sitting there like this. I started getting scared. Like, you know, the dinner table, they were like, yeah, they were like, so what's up with this? Like, dad was like, yo, man, you doing a play again? I was like, you know, so I'm sitting there kind of like looking there like, yeah. He was like, okay. He was kind of like, I'm scared to tell him, like, I'm gravitating towards this. Because I have an uncle who's a musician, and growing up, well, he was like, that guy was interesting. And I was kind of like, I was really scared, like, I can't tell him this. Because like I said, I did a couple years of college, got my degree in biology, I work in pharmaceuticals, but what happened was...
And you wanted to be a veterinarian.
Right, yeah, people kept saying things to me.
So you have all this science.
Science, I'm a very logical, I'm a methodical, to this day, I'm still a scientist and I experiment. But my thing is, it was too much of that coming back to me where I'd be in class, I'd be at work in a meeting, but like, okay, today's meeting's about this, why is there talking? They was like, you remind me of somebody I seen in a movie once. I was kind of like, and they was like, you got that look, or you got the way you talk, you actually hold our attention. You ever think about getting performing or like writing something? I was kind of like, well, no, I was actually lying. Like, no, I never thought about that. But it's kind of like it kept happening, and I kept having jobs where I never took a permanent job because my opportunities were always coming. So I was a contractor. I was working for 6 months, and my dad, before he's like, look, man, he said, it's obvious you don't like pharmaceuticals. I was like, no, I haven't found the right position yet. He was like, no, he was like,
trying to make it work.
he was like, you just don't like it. He was like, stop lying to yourself. He said, look, man, if I had my way, I have you working somewhere 25 years, get a pension. I understand that. He said, but I'm getting to realize after like a couple years, he's like, I don't think that's who you are. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He said, I think you're too busy fighting who you think we want you to be as compared to who you really are. And I fought for a long time to be like, I'm not that person. Because even sometimes the masculine probably like, oh, I can't be an artist, man. That's, you know, I gotta be a manly man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, sometimes, you know, I feel like that, but like, and I fought that battle for a long time, but all the while, still furthering things happening. Like when I got a part on All My Children, I remember I got a part, I had to be sending the script in the mail. They FedEx to me. And I told my boy, I said, I was talking to him, I said, I just got the FedEx guy just came here. He was like, okay. He was on the phone. I said, yeah, he dropped off a script. He was like, for what? I said, all my children. He said, you with all my children? I said, yeah. Got online, about being here. He said, yo, he said, that's awesome. And I was like, yeah, but I think that's soap opera, man. Only chicks watch that, man. He's a thief, man. You gotta drop this whole thing like I feel like a dude thing. He said, dude, you may catch that one line you got, even this one line, just take it. And like when I was there, I was kind of like, I was sitting there in the room, like dressing room, looking around the room, like, you know, it was this weird feeling. So a long time, which I tell people all the time, I tell kids this, you gotta be you. And for a long time, I didn't do that. I was very uncomfortable, I ain't gonna lie to you, in your own skin. Because it's kind of like, when I go to family, everybody in my family, like, I got the OGs in my family. And dudes who work, they got these pensions, they got these big Cadillacs, they own now children. You like, this is a pension boy, this is a pension boy, you know what I'm saying? You sitting there at family events, what's going on? Well, I'm actually working on this. They was like, you doing what? They was like, not that it's like me, kind of like, how does that equate to you 25 years from now? It's kind of like, you know what I mean? And I always felt guilty or bad about that, to the point where some people who know me for years, I sit next to you, but like, T, the only way I know you do this stuff is I see it on Facebook. Well, like when I had a part of SVU, I had a couple lines. My friend said, I told him, he said, that's Latif. He said, he never talks about that stuff because I was still too busy. You know what I'm saying?
so glad that you're bringing this up because, you know, we had the two women and they talked about their conflict that they went through with stability and going into acting, but which was really kind of external. It was them towards parents. Right. Your conflict has really been only within yourself. Right. And your perceptions of what the artist, who the artist is, what that artist persona is, and how that didn't match how you saw yourself.
Like I said, when I was younger, I expected, I was like, yo, I'm young, I'm gonna get older, get a job, do my 20 years and whatever, then I'm gonna just be chilling. But I was like, when you get older, and like I said, it's funny because no matter how many times in life I've said, well, you know what, that's cool, I think I'm done, I'll do this. Give you a couple examples. 2 years ago, this is 2 years ago, this lady, it's funny, I was sitting there, I got an IM on Facebook. This lady was like, can you meet me at such and such tomorrow? And I was like, no, it's trash. And I thought, I was like, you know, it's spam. I'm about to close it and open it again. And she's like, did you get my last message? And I was like, I said, who are you? And she was like, I found you at IMDb. And I said, you did? But my thing is, they say you keep getting these weird affirmations that every time you try to walk away from something, or you never know who's watching. Like, I got a film coming out that's released on Canada the 16th of February, then the US later, where I play like a serial killer. Okay. And like, when I first read that, I was kind of like, I kind of laughed about it. I was like, no. But the point is, the guy who got me an audition for that, I didn't realize he was watching stuff I was doing. He's like, I watch your Facebook pictures. Because like my friend said, somebody who's, you got all these Facebook pictures, all this entertainment stuff. You in California smiling, you somewhere, like you said, all these pictures. So somebody who's not into it, you got all these pictures. My point is, he's always observing that. So yes, that was the eternal thing for me because I had to get comfortable because it just wasn't, I said to myself, why? Because it gets hard at times, no matter what aspect you're from. Sometimes the writing gets hard. You know what I mean? Sometimes the producing is hard. Sometimes the acting is hard. You say to yourself, why couldn't I just be programmed to say, hey, look, I'm a doctor. Let me be my doctor for 35 years. Go get a big bass boat. Go fishing in the Keys. And call it a life. You know what I'm saying? I said, why couldn't that have been chosen to be that? And that's when I started getting things that make me happy, or because I'm big in, like I say, social conscious was early in my career. What happy was I did a play about basically the destruction of how black men are destroying themselves in the quote unquote the hood. Okay. The biggest thing I got from that, like these affirmations, was my aunt called me on the phone and said, I had these guys, they had to do an assignment one time to go expand their mind. And this boy came back to his class, he wrote about a play and said he was into that life, that thug life. And my character was into that thug life. And he died at the end, a very violent death. Okay. But he said the boy saw that and said, he went home and said, yo, these guns, these drugs gotta go. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So things like that. Or like, you know, my funny story, I always tell the acting story, and I told a story recently to somebody else, was like, funny stories like this was, once I went on an audition, and I didn't sign a check when I put it in the bank. I thought I signed it. So I get to New York and I have no money. So literally I actually went to the whack machine, get the train, and I went there and it said insufficient funds. I said, wait a minute, I just put a couple $1,000, where the money at? Right. I called the bank, oh yeah, we mailed it back to you, you didn't sign it. And I was like, I'm in New York, I didn't know about it. I was like, okay. I had a half hour to be in an audition. I ran 40 blocks. I came to look at, you talking about somebody homeless, I came to walk in like spare change, you got this? That's what I walked in. I was covered head to toe with sweat. I walked in, they were like, oh my God. They was like, are you okay? I was like, you got any water? I got some water. I walk in, I was humming like, oh, lost. I was like, oh, good. You know what I'm saying? I came in, I walked in like I told the person, I walked in, sat down on the couch like this. And this guy was like, are you okay? I looked up, I was like this. Somebody's talking to me. It was a big, tell us like a TV screen that somebody's actually looking at you.
Oh no.
And they were like, and I was like, they was like, wait back. And they said, you okay? I was like, it's been a rough day. You know what I'm saying? You know, my point is, you have days like
you
that.
were unforgettable at that point.
Yeah. I mean, it was a rough day. Exactly. Or had days where is that I was at extra work one time, and I'm sitting there, and I walked in, and they was like, you get up. Oh man, get up. Hey, we like your look. Here's a line. Say it. Boom. Here's your contract. Boom. You see what I'm saying? Wow. So my thing is, when I tell people now, because you're like, yo, because now people, it's gotten better than it was like years ago, and sometimes I come home and I guess, you know what, tonight I'll dine on crackers and tuna fish. Yes, with an aged water from 1950. You know what I'm saying? That's very tasty. You know what I'm saying? That was dinner. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nobody knew it.
Right.
My parents ain't know it because my dad would have flipped. You know what I'm saying? I was home one summer like this. God, this cannot be my life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This cannot. I'm living like I said, I'm like a 12-year-old boy. You know, that's how I was. I was coming home eating crackers and tuna fish. And I'm not talking one night. It was like a month like this. I'm sitting at home like this cannot be my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, if I had something sharp, I'd kill myself. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't even get away from it because you keep getting pulled.
Yes, and I was like, you know what? So this month's over, I'm getting a job and it's done. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny. I got another contract job, and the day for the start, somebody said, yeah, hello. I was like, no, we can't. No, I can't do that. I can't. And I was like, all right, I'll be there. So the thing about it is, it's kind of like, what's funny is that once you decide to say, hey, once I decided to say, that's when I started to say, like, when I started to say, okay, fine, this is what I do. Go on it, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's when sometimes things got different. And like I said, for me, doing acting, writing, producing has taken me literally around the world, or my face for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm working on more stuff. We're showing more films in places. So my whole thing is leaving that legacy. Like I said, entertainment wakes the mind. When I used to go to college and speak to college, I do plays, and the people liked it. And sometimes it's nice, and the girls like, how you doing? Like it's one play there was when I was supposed to be leader of slaves in the shirt, and it was like, oh, Lord have mercy. So happy to see it. And then
so you found some benefits.
Yeah, like one girl said, take a picture, but you take your shirt off, take a picture. You know what I'm saying? So on the picture of the girl like chair on neck, sweating on like, you know, she's like, oh no, you know, things like that.
Right.
And like a lot of these people, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, they became, you know, seriously. Or then sometimes you get a residual check. Like I received a check one time. I remember as one time, like God talked to me. I got this part, and I had a part of SVU. Never forget, my first residual check came in. That and I had a commercial for Time Warner, so they both run at the same time. First check came in, and I'm sitting there one time because I was like, damn, it's kind of tight right now. And I'm sitting there, went to the door, I was like, I sat on the steps, I was like, oh Jesus, thank you, Lord. I was actually in the boat like this. I wanted to roll around and start squirming. Because I needed that. Of course, I squandered that. I went to California for a couple of weeks and spent all my money like this. What did I do? Because you broke for a while. Because you broke, and you know, broke people get money. Like, you know, it's a worth thing. You're like, oh Lord, I'm broke. I came there, got a rented car for a week, was spending money, spent all my friends, my posse. You know, everybody getting money. And mom said, yeah, I spent all that money in a matter of 2 weeks.
And then
I'm right back in again like this. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. I spent $6,000 2 weeks. I spent $6,000 in 2 weeks. I said, how did it happen? I said, call my friends. Yo, man, I'm saying no, dog. I bought you dinner for a week. Well, you know, but I'm saying that's happened. But my point is, it's a high, it's a low. I didn't think where one success was, you there and that's it. No, it's like this. You go here, you fall on the couch, you pop up again like, I'm back again. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. You know what I'm saying?
And you go even higher.
That's the thing. And like I said, no matter, it gets tough. And trust me, who's about to say tomorrow, oh man, you don't have enough of this. But every time, there's always something that brought me back. And now, it's weird because people grew up with like, you did it. I would never see you doing that as a kid or as a teenager because it just wasn't in my field. And one last thing, because I know I'm getting a little long-winded. My friend I grew up with, and teased so bad. One time I was in Mexico at a film festival. I'll never forget it. I was by the pool. And she came on the steps and I was like, oh God, this is really funny. She said, ATIF LANIER, how long's it been? I said, been since high school. At the time we were 7 years out. She said, we're at a film festival in Mexico. And I said, She said, what are you doing here? And I was like, well, see what happened was. And she was like, what? And she just let me have it. I said, you know what? Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I need it. I said, I need you guys tease me now because I did tease you. And I dogged her, but like I said, she's doing quite well for herself. My other friend, like I said, in Broadway, when I went to the Broadway show and I said, and after the show was over and the actress came down and hugged me and people were like, how do you know her? I know this girl, so we were on the couch eating popsicles, we were on leg swinging. So it's kind of like, I know these girls. These are people, these are my friends. So to stay there, and they give me a lot of advice. And then for them who are like at higher heights, and I'm, you know, I'm like, they said, we probably think, wow, that meant a lot. especially the fact that tease them, number one, and number two, because of who they are.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it showed me that you never know life. Remember, see, God laugh, tell your plans. Because he laughed real hard. He said, buddy, you funny? You thought you was going to be a vet, didn't you? No. You know what I'm saying? So,
Be an actor.
You know,
And a playwright. Awesome.
And, yeah, right. Movies, plays.
Yeah.
They've all done well. And I'm glad when I went to an international audience like in England, one of the things that people, I said, they got it. So there's something to me reading those conscious books and growing up in a house where people talking about, power of the people and all type thing. That really helped me later on in life because it always gave me that thing where people say this guy has a passion with him. So that's been a blessing for me.
Yeah.
It's best all around, but it's just, go ahead.
I'm just saying there's a lot there, and I'm so glad that you've shared it because, number one, you don't know where you're going to end up.
Yeah, true.
The importance of how you treat people because you don't know how life is going to come back full circle.
Exactly.
And we've heard that from each guest.
Yes.
Sometimes the irony of how you are prepared in one arena and you're thinking, so for you, you're thinking, here I'm going to be playing football, but the reality is you end up playing a football player.
And everything,
right?
Trust me.
And
You ever
almost
seen Best Man
longer
Holiday?
than your career
Wait, yeah, today.
as a football player.
You ever seen Best Man Holiday?
Of course.
I was in that too. I was part of football players.
Yes.
Had my little screenshot there. Everybody was like, that's that too!
Right.
I was Miami saying, yo, you're the Best Man Holiday! And like I said, and one last thing, I'll get off this, my thing. Even that story, the girlfriend I think at the time, me and her just broke up. And I remember the first happened, she thought it was crazy. The email said, come to Buffalo to try out for the Best Man Holiday. Buffalo is 10 hours from here.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yo, I'm gonna go to try. She was like, you're gonna drive 10 hours. I said, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I was gonna bus 10 hours. Came back, and even when I came back, she was like, look at me like, this dude's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the next week, an email came, and I ain't gonna lie to you, she was supportive, but when she saw an email, she was kind of like, wow, never mind, he got it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I said,
Right.
now I got it. And I was like, yeah. And I was in Buffalo for a week in the motel, and I was like, did that. And I got cool with the director, who's Spike Lee's cousin. I talked to him, I told him, I said, yeah, we had a couple things in Spike's office. And next thing you know, when the Best Man Holiday came out, I didn't see it, but next thing my phone was like, And I woke up this man at 50 Facebook movie. Yo, dude, I see that all day, boy. I see more than 36. I was so happy to see. That's my dog. So, yeah.
All right, so we're going to take, as you can see, he's got a lot of energy. We're going to take a quick break. Okay. We're going to come back. We're going to find out a couple of the names of the plays that you've written.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then we're going to get your contact information for our audience. We'll be back in a moment on Dr. Walls and Friends. What are you going to sing about?
Throughout life, many of us feel a nudge or pull to develop a personal relationship with Spirit. In Live by the Spirit Inspired Thoughts, Volume 1, Dr. Walls shares experiences to help you develop, strengthen, and understand your personal relationship with Spirit. For more information about Live by the Spirit Inspired Thoughts Volume 1, go to www.askdrwalls.com. That's www.askdrwalls.com. God bless and live by the Spirit.
So you just made me go, All right, so ATIF, tell us about some of the plays, some of the names of the plays that you've written and how people can see some of them.
Well, sure. I wrote a couple plays. All my plays have returned to film. I have a play called 7 Days of Justice. It's an urban piece about obviously the downward spiral of too many of our young black men. I have a play called They Got That Swing that turned to a film.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, one of our other guests, Amir, plays my wife.
Okay.
The one with the 3-year-old girl.
Oh, yes.
But I'm going to jail now because he's 3. And
Okay.
I have a 3-year-old wife and I'm a grown man. That's a period piece from the 40s. I got another play called Escape and Capture. It's about a slave revolt. It's like those plays have all been turned into screenplays. Two of them so far have been produced as film. They've played different places. And people can reach me to hear me run my mouth more. And you can either reach me like on Facebook. I have 2 pages, so people always say one's page maxed out, so don't be mad. I'm trying to friend you, but you can't get some more friends. ATIF R Lanier, that's ATIF, middle R Lanier. You can always find me on Instagram, ATIF R Lanier. My name and email, atiflanier@yahoo.com. And I think I'm on Twitter. I am on Twitter. I don't fully understand it, but yeah, same thing. I teach. There ain't too many I teach out there. Trust me. You type my name in, I'll
You
come
will
up.
pop
Yeah.
up.
I mean, unless somebody else, some other guy, who the one guy tried to steal my pictures on Facebook. But that's
Oh,
another story.
no.
He was like, "That's me." Yeah, he wrote a girl that I knew. I used to date tomorrow. How you doing, girl? And she wrote, "How dare you write me?" I said, "That's not me." I said, "Man, that's corny using my pictures. You trying to say it's you? That's corny." You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
That is too
you
much.
can exactly. That's what you get for somebody that knows me. But those ways you can reach me. Want to talk business, other stuff. By all means, reach out to me. I'm always meet people, talk to them, and do something. I'm always a person willing to help.
And you're beyond the conflict now. You have accepted.
You know what? Yeah,
that this
it
is
took
where
me a
you
long
are.
time to accept who I am. That I said I am indeed a weirdo, like the rest of the artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey man.
You're an artist. Y'all got
Not
moved
joking,
in
not
there.
joking, not joking, no, I'm saying, but no, I realized that I realized who I am. I am who I am for a reason,
Yes.
and that it is to do something for somebody else. So, like I said, when I had a film play places and people say, I got the conscious message, or I had a play place somewhere, and the people say, the students say, "Hey, look, we bring you back, or we want to talk with us," or that's what I'm supposed to do, because there's a reason why I grew up reading a lot of books about history, this and that,
Yeah.
because I take everything I've learned and put it into writing and everything. When I write something, that something's like, yo, there's a lot of facts. So people can say, hey, that fired me up to say this and that. I don't write a lot of, what everybody writes about, there's business, but I don't write a lot of tomfoolery. It's like, I am trying to way to say that's a message. Not like beat you on the head, but like, that's pretty good. I didn't realize that either. You know what I'm saying? That's who I am.
But it is a message.
Yes.
Nonetheless.
Yes.
And I thank you for sharing the struggle that you've gone through, because I think there's so many males and even people, even females, who go through that.
Correct.
Because of the perceptions that they have of artists, or an experience or two that they've had.
Right.
And then therefore they are denying what they're being called to do.
Exactly.
And so we thank you for finally stopping the struggle.
Okay,
And
Shut up,
as you're
y'all.
on the psychologist's couch, we thank you for
When I was 5, I saw a man outside. Oh, sorry. Anyway, we know. Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
But no, it's good. It's good for people to know that that happens, because there's other people who are experiencing that as well.
Sorry.
Look at that. That's a call from the angels. It's all right.
Thank you. Doggone.
So we'll take a break and we'll.
I'm sorry, y'all.
That's all right. That's the best thing about editing.
No,
We
it's
can edit
no,
some of this out.
it's an alarm. My alarm was set. It just never went off.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought maybe it was a Hollywood call.
No.
Or a Hollywood call. Yeah.
Oh no, trust me. Yeah, Nolly would call me too.
Now I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna have all 3 of our actresses up on the couch, and we're just gonna have a very delightful discussion.
Thank you.
So we'll be back in a moment on that.
And friends, where I find it, Dr. Walls and friends. Dr. Walls and friends, where I find it, Dr. Walls and friends. I find passion, purpose, inspiration too. At Dr. Walls and friends, where I find it, Dr. Walls and friends. Dr. Walls and friends, where I find it, Dr. Walls.